All right, picking up again with 12.5. Today we're working with dividing rational expressions. It's an identical lesson. This is basically a review day. What you're going to do is you're just going to multiply by the reciprocal. And you see this word multiplicative inverse. That just means reciprocal. So if you have two fractions like this here, you're just going to change it to this here, multiply by the reciprocal, and then do exactly what we did yesterday. I think I forgot to put the solutions. Here's day one solutions. It looks like a lot, but all it is just a massive amount of factoring and reducing. All right, so let's get into this. I'm going to factor as I go through this, as I multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to factor up the GCF, and again, this is the whole section is basically factoring. And so let's see, plus 3 minus 1, and then now here's where I'm going to flip this one around here as I write it. So change to multiplication, and then I'm going to go x minus 8, x plus 1, and then on the bottom I just have x plus 1. So I'm just going to flip that fraction around, and then it's like yesterday. So let's see what we can reduce. X plus 1 over x plus 1, x minus 1 over x minus 1, and that's it. So 7x times x minus 8 divided by x plus 3. If you want to leave that in parentheses, you can. All right, here, I'm going to put a 1 there, so that way, and then I'm going to flip that around, and the 1's going to be on the top when I change it to multiplication. I'm going to factor out the GCF out of this first one here. 2 comes out. I always like to factor out the GCF if I can. Okay, and then 6 and 2, so x plus 6, x plus 2. And then 3x squared is already factored, and then times 1 over x plus 6. Okay, and so the x plus 6 over x plus 6 is reduced, and I have 2, and then x plus 2, and then 3x squared. And there you go, that's it. Got 2 more questions for you guys. The first one, we got difference of squares. 2 numbers that multiply to -4 but add to 0, m minus 2, m plus 2. That's a nice one there. And then at the bottom, I'm going to factor out the GCF of 2m. When I take out 2m, I'm left with m plus 2. And I'm going to change to multiplication now. And so the 4m plus 44 is going to be on the top. I'm going to factor out the GCF there of 4, so it's m plus 11. And then on the bottom, I'm going to rewrite this as -3m squared plus 6m, so that I can factor out the negative as well, because we want that leading term to be positive. That's a little trick, little catch there that we want to make sure we don't miss. So I'm going to divide out -3m, and that leaves me with m minus 2. And if you don't do that, you're going to end up with it's not going to be fully simplified. So you want to make, this is a very, very important right there. So put a star there in your notes. That's a beautiful star. Okay, anyway. M minus 2 divided by n minus 2. That's 1. Let's see. M plus 2 divided by n plus 2. That's also 1. And I have 4 divided by 2. That's 2. So I have 2. And then m plus 1 divided by -3m squared. Oh, m and then m is m squared. There we go. Almost missed that second m. And one more. Another nice factoring of trinomial there. N minus 3 times n minus 3 over 12n. And then put that over 1 times 1 over n minus 3. Okay, that's nice. N minus 3 and n minus 3, that's 1. So my final answer is n minus 3 divided by 12n. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in to another day of simplifying rational expressions, this time using division.